System dynamics has been taught and done at WPI for the last 35 years. And there's been an ebb and flow over the years and decades really to the program as administrations have come and go, as faculty have come, retired, in some cases passed away, so things have changed. So currently, we have an entity called our Complex Systems Lab, and that's kind of where everything system dynamics resides now. Our faculty consists of 4 economists, PhD level economists, 3 of whom are trained in system dynamics to the PhD level, and 1 of whom is trained as an experimental and a behavioral economist. We also have a learning science expert on the faculty at the lab. And then we have a bunch of research affiliates, some of whom would be known to folks in the field of system dynamics and some not. We currently teach 4 graduate system dynamics nuts and bolts courses, 1 in system dynamics gaming and 1 in economic dynamics. So at the lab, we're trying to develop a teachable, repeatable method of doing system dynamics, in some sense, the WPI way, if you want to call it that. Nothing would be shocking to this group. We would build a model directed to some sort of problem in a domain area where necessary and important, we would think about putting in relationships from behavioral economics into the model. We'll turn it into a game and then test the game with human subjects to see if they've learned something, hence our learning science people, or looking at some of their decision-making heuristics with our behavioral economist, experimental economists. We also have, being that we have a lot of economists, we've been working on developing system dynamics such that it would be acceptable to professional economists in various schools of thought, and we've made some good progress there. So if you would like to study system dynamics with us at WPI, you would contact, I guess, me at the Complex Systems Lab, and we would most likely ascertain what your interests are and direct you to one of 3 master's programs. We don't have a master's in pure system dynamics. We used to years ago, but we don't anymore. We have a master's in global health. We have a master's in, well, it is system dynamics and innovation management, so I guess it's sort of a system dynamics master's. And we have a master's degree. The short title is development economics. So there's kind of 3 starting places. And you would study those domain areas, but also 3 system dynamics, up to 3 system dynamics classes of your choice in those master's programs. If you'd like to go on to the PhD, the route would be to become an interdisciplinary PhD student at WPI, and that would require us assembling a committee from various entities on campus. But think about it, we'd have a system dynamics person on the committee, we'd have a domain expert from, let's say, global health, economic development, or innovation and business sort of related stuff, and then either our behavioral economist or a learning science faculty member on the committee. Our funding is, most of our students are self-funded. We have 5 PhD students now, 2 of whom are funded by the United States Air Force. They are Air Force officers. 1 is funded by Takeda Pharmaceuticals. Another 1 is funded by Draper Laboratories. And 1 I've obtained some funding in a more traditional, funding route for a doctoral student. Yeah, basically that's it in a nutshell. So contact me if you want to learn more, and be prepared to tell me what you're interested in. And if there's a fit, we'll make it happen.